Former President Donald Trump has lashed out at former Representative Liz Cheney and actually accused her of deleting evidence. Ooh. Taking to, of course, his website.
Truth essential.
He writes, "Why did American disaster Liz Cheney delete and destroy most of the evidence and related items from the January 6th Committee of Political Thugs and Misfits?" By the way, that committee sounds awesome. I want to be part of the Committee of Political Thugs and Misfits. Hell yeah. He says, "This act of extreme sabotage makes it impossible for my lawyers to properly prepare for and present a proper defense of their client, me." Just in case, you were confused at who the client was. Okay. All right. So this has to do with the 10,000 soldiers that were, that he claimed that he ordered to defend the Capitol on January 6, 2021, when his mob of supporters stormed the building. Obviously, there were no 10,000 soldiers. But he says, well, that's because they blocked me and deleted the evidence. Okay, first off, nothing like ringing in the new year with an old BS debunked argument. Trump never requested 10,000 National Guard troops here at the Capitol. Never happened. Okay. Never happened. That's a lie. Yes, Trump is lying. How do I know that Trump is lying? Because the man lies as easily as breathing. Okay? That number was tossed around in casual conversation, but was never a direct order. Okay? And the only thing that this narrative actually serves is as a lifeline to excuse Trump's inaction on that day when the mob, inspired by his words, rushed the Capitol building. Trump also targeted, by the way, former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi by saying this: "All the information on crazy Nancy Pelosi turning down 10,000 soldiers that I offered to guard the Capitol building is beyond is gone. The ridiculous deranged Jack Smith case on immunity, which the most respected legal minds in the country say I'm fully entitled to, is now completely compromised and should be thrown out and terminated, just like the radical left lunatics did to the evidence." There was no evidence. I know, right? Look, it's obvious what's going on here. He knows the evidence never existed because it never happened. There was no order for 10,000 National Guard troops to come defend the border, or to come defend the Capitol. And it was not blocked by one of the people, by the way, Nancy Pelosi, who was in the Capitol building at that time. I mean, come on. That's the thing, though. His followers don't care. He knows that they don't care. And so what he's doing is basically putting out this BS, okay, in order to signal anyone, to help him maybe put pressure on somebody who could give him immunity. Because he's trying to get an immunity deal, which you wouldn't be trying so hard to get immunity from prosecution if you thought that you were innocent. Look, at the end of the day, this is a desperate move, but one that you should expect, of course. It also serves to direct the MAGA mob at Liz Cheney and Nancy Pelosi. Look, these are two people that I'm not exactly entirely fond of, right? But they don't deserve that. Facts are facts. They didn't block any order from Trump to defend the Capitol building. They didn't delete or destroy evidence. Those are just lies, okay? Look, Trump didn't want to defend the Capitol. Why? Because they were his people. He wanted them there, and he wanted them armed. He wanted them to be able to have weapons. Again, according to Cassidy Hutchinson, he wanted to get rid of the magnetometers that screen people for weapons. He said, get rid of them. Get rid of them. And when asked, hey, aren't you worried about people, they're carrying weapons? Aren't you worried about that? And he says, no. Let them in. They're not going to harm me. They're not here to hurt me at all. No. No, let him in. Let him in. He wanted these people to succeed in scaring the representatives into not certifying the election. That was part of the coup, the plan to try to steal the election that he did not rightfully win. It failed. Thank goodness it failed. But still, now that it has failed, Trump is going to do what he always does. He's going to lie. He's going to make up things to try to cover his own ass. And we shouldn't be surprised about it.